What do you do when you don't know what to do next? You do what Jesus says. Some of you are struggling with the will of God. What's the will of God for my life? What am I supposed to do? 3 Gospels talk about the feeding of the 5,000. It's one of the great stories in the Bible because Jesus is going to turn to a guy named Philip, who happens to be the accountant of the group, and he's going to say, Philip, what are we going to do to feed all these people? Now, you can imagine Philip, who grew up in that area. He's looking at 5,000 men. It's probably 20,000 people between women and children because they only counted men. And there, Philip's face must have been drained of blood. He must have become anemic in a moment, shriveled up, looking at Jesus. What do you mean are we going to feed all these people? Send them away. In fact, one of the passages in Mark chapter 9 says that. Send the people to where they need to go. This isn't our responsibility. When Jesus asks a question, how many of you know he already knows the answer? He already knows what he's going to do. He wants to see what's in Philip's heart. Philip, what's my will? Philip, how are we going to accomplish this? Philip's rightful response should have been, Jesus, I have no idea how we're going to handle this, but if you're asking me the question, you must have a solution somehow. And Jesus did. There are just 5 loaves. It's just a kid's meal. Jesus is making a point. He doesn't need anything. He's going to use a child, and he's going to multiply it for the people, and he's got 2 fish. Jesus is going to do what Jesus is going to do. Hey, have all the people sit down. Put them in groups of about 50. And then before you know it, Jesus blesses the meal, and the disciples are reaching in for baskets, and the fish just keeps on being there, and so does the food. Do you know what you're supposed to do when you don't know the will of God? How about Proverbs 3, 5, and 6? Go and trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all of your ways, acknowledge Jesus. He'll direct your paths. Philip should have said, Jesus, this is about to be the greatest moment that I could ever imagine. I have no idea how you're going to pull this off. But you know what? It's never been about my will. It's always been about yours. So I grew up here. I know that there's no fast food Chick-fil-A going on, and it's Sunday anyway, so we can't do it. But somehow you got an answer. Jesus has the answer. Don't you worry about the will of God. You just worry about putting your trust in him. He'll perform his will. You just keep your trust where it belongs. Jesus, whatever you're about to do next, I am so excited to see it because I know you have the plan.